Hello, how are you guys this evening? This light is really bright, but I'm not going to be on this for long. There are so many people on my Facebook friends list and followers, people who follow me or follow my pages and like me. I don't know everybody, and I most certainly don't know your address. Since I've been in business, I've noticed that there is a very large number of human beings of mature adult age walking the mother's planet, and they don't know how to type their address correctly. I've had problems. I get less problems with the international shipping. I want to make this video for my Facebook pages as well as my customer group to give you guys some clues, okay? When you use a credit card online, your computer will hold that data, sometimes in autofill, in the cache. And for those of you who are very good with security measures and careful about where you take your laptop, a lot of times people save that information as a selection. And I've had several situations where people have placed orders that were shipping to an address they no longer live. And that's problematic. We've got some additional challenges because we have COVID. So people are not in their stores the same amount of hours that they used to be. And things can go a little bit slower. I experienced delays getting stuff to make products. And like I said, it's just me and my daughter and her boyfriend. And we're really busy, and I'm thankful for that. And I'm really grateful for my customers, but I don't come through this philosophy of the customer's always right, because sometimes the customer can be wrong. When you use an automated system to place an order on the internet, I have no ability in my POS system to change the address on your order. If you contact me, I can edit it, but that means that I have to keep a note of that somewhere. We don't have anything in our system. We don't have to put it on a bulletin board or something or whatever. It's a lot, you guys, especially because when people buy magical supplies, they really kind of want them as soon as possible. I know I do. The reality is, sometimes it takes 2 to 3 weeks to get you guys stuff depending on what it is. And that's because I'm hand making things. Trinity knows how to do my formulations. She's my kid. But I do that. And then she's doing her stuff. Excuse me. So, you got to understand that this is, while it looks all sleek and wonderful on the front end, when you guys place orders, and big companies have stuff for this, like their order fulfillment may be strictly online and people punch in when they put them in the box. That doesn't happen with a small business. We print off each order from the order fulfillment system. In fact, we send that order with your order to show that we stamped off each item in the box. But the thing that we cannot do is change that address. We can't edit an order. We can't add to an order. And that's another thing. I love y'all. Oh, I love you all. And I've done this. Oh, I've done this with my wholesale suppliers. And I'd be mad, but I just have to take the L. You got to understand that when you order that stuff, everything gets set. That's for your protection. That's why I can't add like little things to your order that you probably wouldn't even pick up. So you can't add to an order in my system. You can't change the address that the order was placed under. What we literally have to do is like set that order to the side, call attention to that order when we're doing a lot of orders in a small window of time. By the way, I can lift my left arm today. Thank you, gods and goddesses. Wow, thank you. Going back to my day job tomorrow. So, you guys, really, first of all, I'm just going to reiterate. Learn the post office format for your address. You can go right on the post office, USPS.com, and do find a zip. And what you do is you type in your address. Not only will it give you the correct postal format for how a letter, because most people don't send letters. You all grew up in an age, or you have abandoned, I know I have abandoned most snail mail, but I knew how to write my address. I literally, like, my oldest did not know how to address an envelope and put a stamp on it. And I had to teach her that. They did not teach them that in school. I don't know about the youngest. I think that she might have a good idea of how to do that, because I swear to God, I taught her. She even learned cursive in her school. But learn how to write your address and what to put in those little boxes and where, so that when a customer, when any company gets your order and you pay with that, make sure your address is changed with all of the companies you have a credit card with, and clear your cache. I'm not sure how to do it on your phone. I'm sure there's a setting, but you know, there's how-tos on Google. Clear your cache, because what it is doing, it is storing your entire address, your credit card information, everything but that CSV number, everything but those 3 little digits, it stores. And so when you go and you start typing your name and you accidentally autofill, that information goes on your order. And she did not indicate this person I'm talking to now, but there's several people who have done this, because on that website there's also separate shipping and billing addresses. Why do I know that? Is because it's an international POS system, and I see it on every single website that I go on, that there's a choice for a billing and a shipping address. Make sure that when you, sorry, I was parched. When you place your order, before you click send, check your address. And yes, I understand how it goes, where you ordered something and 10 minutes later, I do this at the grocery store. I've done this with my wholesalers. I understand your pain, but I can't pay for it, okay? And I would love to, you know, we can give some discounts on shipping on the back end, but that also involves going and trying to pull all of your orders from the same day, but usually they're from different dates, because you all are some excellent customers, so you shop, you know, 2 or 3 times in a week sometimes from me, and that's okay. But please understand that, you know, I multitask, but I'm not that good of doing all of that. So each order is going to be a separate charge for shipping. We try to keep the shipping as low as possible and still have it tracked and insured. And that is because I found out that if your package is not marked delivered, I have to file a claim with the Postal Service to get my money back for that shipping, so that I can re-ship it out to you. So until that package is marked delivered, I'm responsible for it. But once that package is marked delivered, it is on your end to secure the bag. And I need you all to be a little bit more sharp with this. You know, if the order is small enough, like I believe in the case I'm dealing with tonight, I'll send another one out again. They might return it, they might not. You know, I don't mind doing that. But I'm not going to do it every single time for everyone, and especially if you have a huge ass order. Do not expect a huge order with a lot of handmade products to ship immediately. We don't, we make them as they're ordered depending. So for example, somebody orders 1 Broke No More candle. I make 6. Okay? And then we use those till those are gone. When I notice that they're gone, then I make more. And then I'll make, like, Broke No More is pretty popular, so I'll make 12. That's how small, boutique, mom and pops do these things. We do not have a factory. But please, especially if you are ordering a really expensive order, make sure your address is correct, okay? Because if that package is lost by the postal system, I have to make that up. I have to repackage it and send that out to you. However, If they delivered it and they said they delivered it, then it's on you to collect said insurance. And that protects you as a customer. But we can't combine orders. And usually, we take a couple of days. Even if it's just one oil, it takes a couple of days sometimes. But I'm trying to be proactive, especially for orders where we got the stuff on the shelf and we could just pull it down, bang, 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 while we're in there and get it out. Great. But the most popular things at the store are the things that are made by me. And I'm grateful for that. But they take time. Okay? You found some Flawless. Let me tell y'all, I found, cleaning my bathroom right before I hurt my arm, a bottle of Florida water spray that I made from my formulation years ago, at least 5 years ago. And I sprayed it just for shits and giggles because I was about to pour it out. And it smelled so good. I was like, oh my God, this stuff lasts and lasts. So that's nature, y'all, because I try to keep these products as natural as humanly possible. Okay? And that's essential oils, herbs, roots, and even in the rare case where I have to use a fragrance oil for something that's like $300 an ounce, like neroli, it's still naturally derived from other plants. So, and really, it's conjure oil. You really shouldn't be worried about the smell, but it's always beneficial if it smells good. What I'm worried about and what I'm chiefly concerned about are the herbs and the roots that go in said product, making sure they match the correct correspondences and using the essential oils that match the correct correspondences as well. So, yeah, I've got my formulations and stuff, but it takes a minute. And because people steal, I can only let certain people use that formulation list to make these things. So yes, it can get pretty time consuming, and that's okay because I love what I do. But I'm gonna need y'all to get the basics right. I'm really gonna need you to learn your proper address with the U.S. Postal System. I'm gonna need you to check your autofill when you're filling out forms on the internet. And every now and then, just clear your cache if especially if you move and you don't want things sent to the wrong location. But see, if that's a billing address, that means that the creditor also still has the wrong location because it would not have accepted it because this was, trans-state. It wasn't even in the same zip code. It probably would have got bounced back if you put in the wrong zip code, if that information had been updated. It's just really, I hate adulting. I really do. God, there's so much, right? I understand. I get it. Okay? But, it is not a matter of getting the orders out because some people don't read, but most of my clients are repeat clients and they understand it takes 2 to 3 weeks. That's not my gripe right now. Everybody's been really understanding too because of the pandemic. I get very few of those emails in comparison to before the pandemic. So people are reading and people are understanding this is taking some time. And that's why it's really important to plan ahead for your most basic magical care. Have a divination. Find out those things you need to be working with in your life and get the supplies for them, whether you make them yourself or you buy them from a reputable merchant like myself. But magic involves so much more than that, y'all. Magic involves that you pay attention. Magic involves that you be focused and that you are exact. Think about all the times we've seen on television when someone would do a spell and they get just a little teeny bit of it wrong and it goes to hell. So let's start with the very beginning. Just like, I think that's from the Sound of Music. Your address, get it correct. Really have a shopping list before you sign on and check off all the things you need because I can't add on to orders and I cannot ship them together because it gets way confusing. And I've messed stuff up a couple of times like that and sent like the wrong combo package to somebody that, trying to match up orders. No, 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 no. We're going to keep our small boutique experience, and you guys are going to understand. Just like when you go, I remember being, pretty much a city girl or semi-rural girl, but I had certain expectations for places that I go into that, that I'm used to. And I'm going to tell you, business is done way different in Chicago than it is in Ohio, but not so much as it is down south, y'all, from which this practice spread. There's certain ways you just don't say things, talk about, or ask people things when you are expecting something good to come out of it. So, please think about it. Think about all these things when you're, first of all, when you're ordering from anybody online, because Amazon ain't even doing next day no more. It's very rare. I get pleasantly surprised. I realized my privilege when I realized that I was irritated because certain things were taking a really long time to come to me. And I had to stop and think about back when I was a little kid, and my grandmother would mail order things, so she had to fill out the form. I don't even think she was comfortable getting on the phone with people. Fill it out, send the check, mail it to the company, wait for the company to get it, package it, mail it back, all in pretty manual steps because there weren't a lot of computers like that, like what we're dealing with now. 50 years ago, the type of system that I have would be something that a Fortune 500 company would have. So now we have technology that enables us to do amazing things like a big business would, but we're still small businesses. And there's certain restrictions on my system. So just be careful. And be careful where you're spending your money too. Because, man, I've heard people trying to get their money back from various places via PayPal for products they didn't receive. And a lot of times they're conjure products, because I talk to a lot of conjurers from other companies. And it's just too much. It's really too much. Make sure, because just don't send your money to anybody, but know that if you send your money to me, you're going to get a quality product in a reasonable amount of time. But you got to help me help you. So please, get your address correct. Really sit down and put real thought to your shopping list, because, I know what it's like to an hour later realize I left something out. I can't add it. My system doesn't let me. Sorry, wish I could, I can't. Okay? And just, you're gonna have to place another order. Now, if they're back to back same day, I'll even knock off the shipping. I do that without asking. So for example, if you order something and say your shipping is $8.95 and whatever you added onto it will fit in that same package, then I refund the shipping for the other order or the difference thereof. Say I need a little bit more to ship it based on the two orders. Now think about that. I'm an English professor. That involves a lot of math and shit. Things that I would rather not do. So, really try to keep that at a minimum too. I'm telling you. And I want to have this up, and I'm not sure. I think I'm going to have to make some more small videos for my website and organize it a little bit differently, because too many people don't know how to use the website. I got a call from someone today, and she sounded elderly, and she wanted to buy some oil, and she doesn't know how to buy the oil. It's very, very difficult when you are not a customer service representative or like a tech person, a tech representative, to walk someone who's not very computer savvy through the operation of any website. Luckily, I had a career in doing that, but there's a video. It's not a really good one. I don't know what happened to the rendering, so I'm going to make it again. But, it happened so that, get down, Jezebel. Don't you dare. This is a black household. Don't you get on that table. Ooh, I'm going to hurt her. Look at her. Look. See, look at get down. Get down. No. Oh, you want to try to just come in my lap. Get down. I'm mad at you. I would let you in my lap. Now you're on punishment. I don't get any peace. Don't you bite me. Okay, y'all. See, you know, she always got to get in the camera. But do you see you all? I'm tired and I got to go to bed because I can't even get on the phone. She's like a 5-year-old without her clowning. Pets, Negro children, the reason why I cannot have nice things. You all have a good evening, but do pay attention to this, and I'm going to put it in the customer group too. Okay? Thanks.